Hey YouTube. It's been a while. I've been traveling, doing some things that I need to catch up on while I have the time away from work. So, ironically, uh, I have more time to do stuff and have devoted less time to the channel. So, my apologies for that, but there hasn't been too terribly much that I feel like really needed to have a video solely devoted to it. There's always been news, and there's always an up, down, and sideways. Every day, if you look for something, you're going to find something. But if you zoom out, it's just more waiting game, really. Um, so there's the political stuff, there's economic stuff, World War III. It's just we're testing the bull market support band on Bitcoin. I think right now we're maybe at around $60,000, which is a nice round number. It's near the previous all-time highs, slightly lower. There's a lot to be said about it. And realistically, like I said, my long-term view is I think it's going to go up and to the right, and the path it takes to get there, the time frame it takes to get there, not really sure. Could be a lot of in between that wipes out, some leveraged positions, whatever the case may be. But up and to the right overall, zoomed out, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. Obviously, I do like to dabble, maximize returns, so I pay attention enough to do some small trades for fun, or just to feel like I'm doing something. Like I said before, sometimes the right trade is no trade, but yeah. So meme coins, especially the Crow meme coins, the space really seems to be dead now. I'm talking like no attention to anything. Caw is getting a little bit of a rejuvenation, a little bit of a pump, because it's continuing to make progress on expanding, its customer base. It's got multiple chains going, multiple exchanges, lots of influencers. So people are buying, which is good. And I think Corgi will continue to do well. And if it continues to do well, I think it'll continue to bring people into the Crow atmosphere. Fear. And maybe even more people to my channel, which I'm always trying to recruit. So now that I'm back, hopefully I'll get a little bit more eyes on the channel. Still trying to grow the channel, doing some giveaways at milestones. Trying to get to that next 100 milestone level, which would be nice, about 300 viewers. So like and subscribe. Use my referral links if you haven't signed up. The crypto.com one is by far the juiciest. It is the time they are recruiting. It is the bull run. I think we each get $100 if you use my referral link and sign up for a card. Cards are pretty cool. I recently just upgraded to the next tier for me. So that's pretty cool. I thought it felt like the Crow price was pretty much looked good enough that I don't think it's like going to be the all-time low bottom. But I think any major Crow purchase at this level, I don't really feel too bad about. I mean, even if it goes back down to 6 cents, you're talking about, I think it's probably going to go to $1. So the 3 cent difference between a 10x difference, it just seems like a rounding error at this point. I guess that's still about 30% more if you want to think about it that way. But you never catch the bottom absolutely, and you never catch the top absolutely. But as long as you get the general trend direction, you're doing pretty good. So with that being said, like I did purchase enough to upgrade my card, and hopefully qualify for some of those incentive programs they brought back. So that's exciting. We'll see how that works. I always kind of question whether or not they say, hey, all you have to do is this, and you qualified. But I always kind of wonder, there's no like checkbox like, hey, yes, we've noted your upgrade and now you qualify. You just kind of cross your fingers and hope that they accurately catch and reimburse whatever promotion they're running. So I mean, maybe that's an idea for crypto.com. I'll have to put that in the suggestion box. A qualifying checkbox if you for sure have met all the qualifications of the promotion they're running. That might not be a bad idea. They probably don't want to do that though, because then they'll miss all the people who think they're qualified and they're not, and so they get one over on them, right? But going back to the meme coins, Crow with knife is looking the strongest out of all the meme coins. Mystery not far behind it. These things went rock bottom low, and so a rebound from here seems almost inevitable. To what level is anybody's guess. Mystery's whole narrative was that it was going to be the next chosen one in line. And crypto.com, BVS, whatever, they've all seemed pretty quiet about any next moves, which makes sense because like I said, the market's cooled down. But there is going to be a next move. I mean, it's not going to last forever. So this is kind of the time to feel out where you want to be, I feel like. And part of my thought process is DIMO. I mean, it was VVS's launch, so even if it's not very popular, it kind of makes sense to me that they're probably going to push it for an exchange listing, which I don't see many people talking about. I don't know what I'm missing, guys. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Are you in DIMO? Are you looking for it to be listed next? Even if it does get listed, that's not a guarantee of a pump. But at these levels, like I said, it seems pretty safe to play a little bit in, at least. So yeah, I'm looking at call. I'm looking at Mary, DIMO. One of my other positions that I've always been like really firm on was mouse and pasta stuck. I still have most of my bags on that. I've actually gotten a little bit more. I won't lie, the community seems to be a little bit disjointed recently, which I don't know if it's because of the price action with all the meme coins are suffering. I don't know if it's the price action or some general actual change or shift in the community, but I'm expecting a bounce at some point from Mouse and Pasta, and it's kind of one of the few that have really retraced and not had a really hard bounce from the bottom. So there is that optimistic, like it's probably, if it does bounce, if it does find the bottom, it's going to bounce hard, I think. If it doesn't bounce hard, I don't know where it's going. But because I'm expecting, I mean, even you look at any project that had pretty good previous all-time high, pretty good community, pretty good narrative, pretty good meme. The bounces at the bottom were pretty significant, even if it's going to go right back down. So I'm actually pretty bullish on a bounce soon. Pretty unsure about anything else. I know they are doing they're doing a lot of advertisements. The community is doing a giveaway for $30,000 in the event that their market cap gets to 10 million, and that's actually a hell of a lot of money, and not very unreasonable, because their previous all-time high, if off the top of my head, was somewhere around 5 or 6 million, I think. So it's not even like it needs that much. Let's even say it was 5 million, like a double the previous all-time high. I mean, that's still a relatively small market cap. So it seems entirely possible that that could be done. And I think the only requirement is to buy and hold 200,000 stuck, which at these prices is like $15. So that's actually something to be said about that. Buying a $15 lottery ticket for $30,000 giveaway. Actually, yeah, I should go buy some myself. But that's about all my thoughts lately. Sums up the past couple days, maybe even into the future. Everyone, I think, is going to be looking at the elections in the USA. And that is just going to influence, the money printer, liquidity entering the market, interest rates, all that stuff. So that's, I think there's a larger debate about like the 4-year cycle, all that stuff. Like, when is the bull run? This is just a very odd bull run for people. If you're new to the crypto space, maybe you have nothing to compare it to, but this does seem like an odd bull run. There are a lot of things that are different. There are a lot of things that are the same. Generally speaking about the halving and all of the ETF news that have been bringing more attention to the space from the mainstream. Notably, lately, there was an ETF for Solana that was applied for, which is just like blowing everybody's socks off. The SEC came out and said they're not going to be pursuing Ethereum. They're pretty much, hey, you're a commodity. You're good to go. And if Ethereum is a commodity, then you're kind of opening the door to a lot of other stuff. It really looks like Gary Gensler is like losing ground every way his head turns. So, which is a good thing, because if that guy might as well be Voldemort for all I care. Like, I hate saying his name even. Yeah, I'm gonna go wash my mouth out right now. Actually, he's leaving a bad taste in there. So yeah, like, subscribe to the channel, leave me comments, leave me feedbacks. What are you thinking? What are you doing? What are you not doing? That's about it. Stay tuned for more.